Namaste friends, welcome to Bano Biology Center for True Learning. Here I request you to subscribe our YouTube channel Bano Biology Center for more videos and press the bell icon for latest notifications and updates. In previous video, we talked about barrier methods of contraception. This video is continuation to the previous video. In this video, we will learn about the intrauterine devices helps in preventing the unwanted pregnancies. What are intrauterine devices? Devices made of either plastic or metal inserted into the uterus through vagina are termed as intrauterine devices. As the name indicates, intra inside, uterine means uterus. Devices those are inserted inside the uterus of the female are called intrauterine devices. The main intention behind the insertion of intrauterine devices into the uterus of female is preventing the unwanted pregnancies. Here, intrauterine devices are divided into three types or three categories. One is non-medicated intrauterine devices. Second one, copper releasing intrauterine devices. Third one, hormone releasing intrauterine devices. Let us have discussion about each type of IUDs. The first type is non-medicated intrauterine devices. They are also called inert IUDs. What is the main role played by the non-medicated IUDs? When they inserted into the uterus of the female, they cause damage to the tissue of endometrium lining. It is enough to create the unfavorable environmental conditions in the uterus. Means the favorable environmental conditions in the uterus become unfavorable when this type of IUDs are inserted into the uterus wall. Here, these type of IUDs are made up of either plastic or stainless steel. These IUDs increase phagocytosis of sperms in the uterus. When the tissue of the endometrium lining damages on small scale, automatically it acts as the spermicidal for the sperms entered inside the uterus. The examples for non-medicated IUDs are lipase loop. In this picture, it is very clearly appearing as this is lipase loop which is inserted into the uterus of the female. Lipase loop is made of plastic, I mean polythene, and it contains barium sulfate also. This is the IUDs made up of plastic contain barium sulfate. It is about non-medicated IUDs. This is the removing thread. When female doesn't want to continue with the IUD, with the help of this thread, this device can be easily removed from the uterus. The another type of IUD is copper intrauterine devices. As the name indicates, these are the devices mainly contain the copper metal. There is a plastic frame. This is the plastic frame. This plastic frame winds with the copper wires or sleeves. This is the copper wire neatly wound around the plastic frame. Here, the copper frame releases the copper ions. Copper ions plays an important role in suppress the motility of the sperms, I mean movement of the sperms, and also reducing the fertilization capacity. So what is the main use of using the copper intrauterine devices? Or one is suppressing the motility, I mean inhibiting the inhibiting the movement of the sperms. Another one is reducing the fertilization capacity of the sperms. Here some examples are given for copper IUDs. One is CUT copper T, another one is CU7 copper 7, another one is multi-loaded 371. Of course, there are other types of copper IUDs are also available. Here, each copper IUD differ from each other by the amount of copper they have. Let us see the structures of copper 7 and multi-loaded 377. This is the picture of copper T. Because of the structure like letter T, it is called copper T. Right. This is the example picture for the copper 7. So it is like 7, right? It is like the number 7. Then it is named as copper 7. Another one is multi-loaded 375. This one, this structure is a multi-loaded 375. To come to this picture. In this picture, you can observe the insertion and fixing of the copper IUD inside the uterus. This is the uterus. Inside the uterus, you can find the T-shaped device, which is called a copper intrauterine devices. Another category of IUD is hormone releasing IUDs. As the name indicates, this type of devices with certain hormones, they slowly releases into the blood constantly for certain period of time. Let us see what about IUDs. These make uterus unsuitable for implantation and cervix hostile to sperms. If we want to avoid the fusion of gametes and formation of zygote, if the zygote formed, then we need to make the uterus environment unfavorable for the implantation. So we need to do either of one thing, either avoiding the fusion of the gametes or avoiding the implantation of the formed zygote. Here, by using hormone releasing IUDs, we can make the uterus unsuitable for the implantation and the cervix region unfavorable to the sperms. Here, two examples are mentioned. One is progestasert, another one is LNG20. We talk about each example. First is about progestasert. It is made of ethylene and vinyl acetate copolymer, and it contains titanium dioxide. Clear? The substance which is used to manufacture the progestasert is ethylene and vinyl acetate copolymer. It contains the titanium dioxide. The picture of progestasert is clearly appearing here. This is the polythene frame. So this is the vertical system or vertical frame made up of ethylene vinyl acetate copolymer. What this vertical system contains? It contains 38 milligrams of progesterone microcrystals and barium sulfate. Both progesterone microcrystals and barium sulfate suspended in the silicone oil. First, this system, vertical system or this structure is filled with the silicone oil. In that, the progesterone microcrystals and barium sulfates are included. Every day, 65 micrograms of progesterone is released for 1 year into the blood of the female. Another example for hormone releasing IUD is LNG. LNG stands for Levonorgestrel 20, which is also called Mirena. It is actually a T-shaped device, and has the collar and attached to the vertical system. That is the hormone containing system or hormone containing cylinder. It is the collar, so it is the T-shaped plastic frame. What this hormone cylinder contains? It contains 52 milligrams of levonorgestrel, so which is in polydimethyl siloxane. It is a combination of levonorgestrel and dimethyl siloxane are present in this vertical system. Every day, 15 micrograms of this chemical, levonorgestrel, is released into the blood. The main functioning of this one is it decreases the blood loss by approximately about 40 to 50%, and dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrhea means the correction of the menstrual problems if any occurs, especially during the menstrual cycle. Thank you for watching this video.